Hello, all of you. Welcome to the day 2 of our direct taxation final classes. Okay. Yesterday, we have started with what is the syllabus to be covered, how we are going to do it, the flow of the classes, and all the other details. And then we started with the basics, that is revision of few definitions. So did you all understand who is an SSE in default, representative SSE? Who are the persons who are liable to pay tax? What is financial year, assessment year? I hope that is all clear. Yes. Any doubts are there? Unmute karke pucho. Then we will start with the second part. All clear? Good. Please ask. है किसी को कोई डाउट तो पूछो. पवित्रा, ईश्वरी, anyone of you, anyone, Ritu, Melisha, किसी को कोई भी डाउट है तो पूछो. Ask.
No, ma'am. Clear, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, dear. And keep reading that every day so that you get into the flow. Let us begin the class today with rate of taxes. Okay, so at what rate you have to pay the tax, and that is going to be helpful for all the calculations of tax which is a part of your exam. Now, yesterday part of it I have already done, and I have given you a format and I have made you write. I hope all of you have written. Tax is always calculated on the total income. Surcharge is calculated on tax, and on tax plus surcharge both 4% education cess is paid. Okay, right. Now, tax, surcharge, education cess. This is how it is going. Okay. In case of, oh, just a minute. Yeah. So in case of taxes, how we need to pay, let us first know what is the difference between the flat rate and slab rate. Flat rate is applicable like to companies, to partnership firm. Just if I say income of a partnership firm is 1,000 rupees. Yes, calculator is allowed. So when we are doing the concept, let us take simple example. Flat rate is flat 30% you have to pay the tax. Okay, right. Slab rates are applicable to individual HUF, means you have to pay the tax in the slabs. Up to this income, this much tax, and so on. Let me make it clear with the help of this sheet. You all are having this. So we are just doing revision. Yesterday's class, I told you just this definition is very important to highlight again. Okay. And next, you. Oh. Yes, we have seen how this income is taxable at the rate of 78%. Right. And then let us start with the tax rates. So here we begin with the tax rates, and I would be emphasizing on few things which are very important for MCQs and tax calculations. Individual, HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, all. In AJP, I want all of you to please remember, trust is also paying the tax on the slab rates. Trust, school, colleges, hospitals, which are again running with the help of the trust, they will all pay the tax in the form of your slab rates. Now, what are the slab rates? Let us check this please in detail. And this is for below 60 years. Okay. So what are the slab rates for all? Male, female, minor, resident, non-resident. Up to 2,50,000, the tax is nil, and this is called, dear students, as basic exemption. So up to 2,50,000, the tax is nil. It is called as basic exemption. You don't have to pay tax. On next 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, that is on the next 2,50,000, it is 5%. On income from 5 lakh to 10 lakh, on the next 5 lakh, it is 20%. On 10 lakh above, it is 30%. All clear to all of you? Up to 2,50,000, maybe you're doing it every day, you all are using software, Computex and all, but for exam you need to calculate it and remember, so we are discussing it here. Yeah, shall I take one example and then shall I ask you all to ask doubts, please? Yeah, right. Yeah, Melisha, something very urgent, ask, no problem, or you can use the chat box also. Chat box is also on, so you
So
can.
this slab rates is that
Hmm.
new scheme or what?
No, new scheme, very nice question you have asked. New scheme, dear students, which last two exams they have been asking for 7 and 8 marks, that is called as alternative tax regime. Okay, it is called as alternative tax regime, section 115 BAC. So that we are going to do next part of this. One full class, I will teach you problems also how to work out. These are normal slab rates, which are there from earlier. Now also they are there, but now we have a choice. Either we can go for new slab rates or these ones, which are the regular and old ones. Okay. So these are regular ones up to 2,50,000 nil, 2,50,000 to 5 lakh 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh, on the next 5 lakh 20%, above 10 lakh it is 30%. Now, how do you do it? Just, I know not much practice is required. If it is interclass 6 days, regular 6 classes, we just practice the tax calculation. But for you all, one problem I am doing, I think that would be enough. Suppose your total income, let us take all of us together as 13 lakhs. Mr. Beans, देखते हैं आप सब? तो उसकी ना total income है 13 lakhs. Now, ma'am, income above 10 lakhs, can we take 30%? Because just now I told you above 10 lakh, it is how much? 30%. No, it is not like that. How we are going to calculate, dear students, this? 13 lakhs is the income. On first 2,50,000, the rate and the tax. So on first 2,50,000, the rate is nil and the tax is nil. Are you all getting why? Basic exemption. If you want, you can write BE. No tax at all. Now, how much is the balance left? How much is the balance left? 10,50,000. So on the next 2,50,000, I know I'm doing little bit in detail, but this is essential at the base level. Next 2,50,000, it is 5%. That comes to 12,500. Now, how much is your balance income? 8 lakhs. Now, on next 5 lakh, I'm saving my time for NRI taxation later. On the next 5 lakh, it is 20%, that is 1 lakh. Are you getting? I'll show it in all the ways. And now balance 3 lakh. If you can see automatically above 10 lakh. 250, nil. Next 250, 5%. Next 5 lakh, 20. So 10 lakh to yahin pe ho gaya. Now the balance 3 lakh, it is 30% of 3 lakh, that is 90,000. So do the calculation and put your answers in the chat box. You all should start using calculators. I know office में पता नहीं कितना regular करते हैं, but अब तो करना है exam के लिए for solving all the problems of yes. So the tax is coming. Good. Keep on putting answers in chat box. 2,05,000 is the total tax. Now there is no surcharge right now. I'll tell you the reason why. But whatever tax you pay to government, on that you have to pay 4% e-cess. That is coming to 8,100. and your tax payable is 2,10,600. Did you all understand this? And I'm putting it in a different way for your understanding. 0 to 2.5, 2.5 to 5 lakh, 5 lakh to 10 lakh, and 10 lakh above. This is a logic. हाँ, अब ये देखो मैं कैसे लिख रही हूँ. 0 to 2.5 lakh, the rate is nil. So the tax is how much? I'm writing in two ways purposely to get it fitted in your mind. Once it is fitted, you will save time in exam. 0 to 2,50,000, the tax rate is nil. And so the tax is also nil. 2.5 to 5 lakh. On the next 2.5 lakh, it is 5%. The next 2.5 lakh, it is 5% that comes to 12,500. 5 lakh to 10 lakh. I'll give you time to write. Please pay attention here. I want you to write. On the next 5 lakh, it is 20%. 20%. That is 1 lakh. And 10 lakh से 13 lakh. तो कितना है? 3 lakh. 3 lakh पे कितना है? 30%. That is 90,000. Are you all getting how is the flow? 0 to 2.5 nil. Ma'am, अगर 4 lakh income है तो stop it here. Just stop it here. If the income is 4 lakh, it will stop here. So 0 to 2.5 lakh nil. 2.5 to 5 lakh, 5%, 12,500. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%, 1 lakh, 10 lakh above 13, जो भी है 30%. Now, very important, dear students, here it is, very, very important is, orally you all should remember for your exam, up to 10 lakhs, the tax is 1,12,500. Did you digest this? ये समझ में आया आप सबको? Up to 10 lakh, the tax is 1,12,500. Now open to all of you. Ask doubts and then I want you all to write this. I know you all in final, ma'am, ये सब बहुत easy है. But एक बार तो लिखो so that when I do taxation anywhere, NRI, amalgamation, shareholders, capital gain, I will not pause then. Ask your doubts. Yeah, then please take it down in your regular notebook. Please take down this sum so that you remember and little एक ही sum में I will tell you all the tax rates in another 15 minutes. It will be over. Just take it down. 2 minutes I'll be back and you just write everything in your notebook. आणि त्याला क्रॉस तुमच्या क्लास 3 लोग मोठी आहे. Just let me know once you finish writing. Once writing means that mindset will also come for writing the final exam. Yeah. In the meanwhile, by the time you are writing, yesterday's recording was uploaded at the same time by 10 o'clock only in the app itself. So you can watch, and these initial videos are uploaded in YouTube also. So wherever you want to watch, you can watch. And the reason I'm trying to make sure if it is uploaded yesterday night only is sometimes, dear students, we are taking regular topics. So yesterday's video in the morning time, early morning, or whenever you get time, if you can complete watching, then today's class, your output will be different. You'll follow. So it's already uploaded. And by this weekend, I'll put up all the revision videos for salary, for set off, for clubbing and business head, which is from Inter actually, but asked in final. So that as and how you get time, keep watching those revision videos also. Okay? Right. Anyone is having any doubt, or is it super easy? Clear? Now, the next aspect in this is if the SSC is a senior citizen. Senior citizen means 60 years and above. 60 and above, less than 80 years. Total income up to 3 lakh, they have basic exemption. Total income up to 3 lakh, they have basic exemption. Is this clear to all of you? Yeah. Then next 3 lakh to 5 lakh, it is 5%. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%, 10 lakh above, 30%. It's all same. Only for resident who is resident and ordinary resident in India, for that senior citizen, total income, basic exemption is 3 lakh. Next comes super senior citizen, 80 years and above. Yes. See, so much of respect, people above 80 years, if they are like, yeah, join from any one system, dear. I hope that is fine. 80 years and above, what is happening is 80 years and above, they are called as super senior citizen. For them, up to 5 lakh income, the tax rate is nil. Then it's not after 5 lakh, they will start with 5%. 5% to khatam ho gaya. So up to 5 lakh, nil. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, directly 20%. 10 lakh above, 30%. Is this clear to you? I have highlighted the word resident because we are going to NRI taxation. In NRI, I will say one NRI person of 82 years is having 4 lakh income. Can we say, ma'am, 82 years, no, up to 5 lakh, no tax? Am I right? Answer is no. Non-resident, 82 years, what will be the basic exemption? 2,50,000. I'm repeating, additional basic exemption of 3 lakh is for resident senior citizen. Basic exemption of 5 lakh is for resident super senior citizen, 80 years and above. Okay? For non-resident uncle, if you are 82 years and if you're having 4 lakh, for you, sorry, basic exemption will be only 250, and on remaining 150, you have to pay 5% tax. Is this clear to all of you, what I explained now? You want to go to notebook and work out the same problem with a different way, or if it is clear, then we will go. See, this was the same 13 lakhs income. Now, suppose the age of the resident senior citizen, age is 82 years and above, like that. And same, total income is 13 lakhs. So how we will do? First 5 lakh, it will be nil. Next 5 lakh, directly 20%, 1 lakh. And on the balance 3 lakh, it is 30%, 90,000. That is 1,90,000. Are you all with me? First 5 lakh, nil. Next 5 lakh, 20%, 1 lakh. On the balance 3 lakh, it is 190. So here the tax was coming. How much total tax? 2,02,500. Here the total tax is 190. and on this we have to pay ESS 4%. So 190 into 4%, 7,600, 197,600. It's always good to spare time in the basics so that when we go further and check other things, we are not wasting time on these slab rates. You want to note down this example? Take it. Same resident SSE with the age of 82 lakhs. Age of 82 years, sorry. Income same 13 lakhs I have taken. If you can use chat box, fine. If not, unmute and speaker. Again, I'm giving instruction. Yesterday's video is already uploaded in the app yesterday only. So those who have taken that free access of the app course, they can watch it over there. Yes, definitely. So that next day when you come to the class, you are not blank. Okay? Example 3. Non-resident person with age 82 years and total income 13 lakhs. Will he get basic exemption 5 lakhs? No. So for him the tax will be same 2,10,600 जो पहले calculate किया था. Ma'am, he is 82 years. No. Up to 250 nil. 250 to 5 lakh 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh 20%, 10 lakh above 30%. Simple. Why? Because you are a non-resident. Additional basic exemption of 3 lakh and 5 lakh is only for resident SSE. Shall I close this topic? Is it clear? Any
Yes, ma'am.
options? Yeah. Now let us talk about a concept called as rebate and surcharge in this. What it is, let us check it out. Rebate. Under section 87A, up to 12,500 to resident individual, only individual, not HUF, AOP, BOI, resident individual who has total income up to 5 lakh. However, rebate is not available in respect of tax payable at the rate of 10% on long-term capital gain. This I'll tell you in the special income. So if your total income is up to 5 lakh and you are a resident individual, you will get a rebate or a deduction in tax up to 12,500. Okay? Why this is given, dear students? If your income is up to 5 lakh, imagine 12 5 is 60, you are earning monthly 45,000 k around. So government is saying, okay, give them the rebate in tax and in short, don't collect tax from them. Followed all of you? So this is rebate is a kind of benefit, and just in 2 seconds, I'll show you how to work it out. Okay, right. Now, say total income of Suresh is 4,50,000. Age is not given. So we will take how much basic exemption, dear students? 250. Basic exemption, taxes, nil. Okay. Balance 1,50,000. How much you have to pay the tax? 5%. Next 2,50,000 mein 150. Why did we take 150? Up to 250? Nil. Oh, sorry, up to 250 and this is 450, no? So you will take on the next
2 lakh, no, ma'am?
2 lakh. Yeah. On the next 2 lakh, it is 5%, that is 10,000. And now from this tax rebate under section 87A. First eligibility, is Suresh an individual? Yes. Is he a resident? Yes. Is the total income less than 5 lakh? Yes. He will get a rebate or a deduction up to 12,500. It's not flat. So your tax is 10,000. Take 10,000 deduction. What is the tax payable now? Nil. So will you charge ESS and all? No. First, you minus the rebate on the balance tax you charge ESES. Is this clear to all of you? Always first calculate the tax minus the rebate on the balance and ESES. Whatever is the final tax payable, on that you add ESES. So this is a beautiful small concept called as rebate, which says given only to resident individual, total income up to 5 lakh. This rebate is not allowed from long-term capital gain under 112A means shares. When you sell listed shares which are listed on stock exchange, tax rate is 10%. In that you are not giving the rebate. Okay, right. Now, date of birth related, they have a concept. They said 60 years and above. So suppose if it is your financial year 21-22 and you have attained your 68th birthday is on 31st March 22. Ma'am, last day I became like 60 ho gaya, ab shuru complete ho gaya, 60 and above. So will you be eligible for additional basic exemption, that is 3 lakh instead of 250? Answer is yes. One more day extra. Anyone having happy birthday on 1st April 22 will be considered as born on March 22. अब I know this is practically not important. ये क्या पढ़ रहे हैं? But ये ऐसे ढूंढ के question निकालते हैं. I don't want you all to lose marks. So the person born on 1st April would be considered having attained the age of 31st March on the preceding day. Therefore, if your 60th birthday falls on 1st April 2021, you would be treated as senior citizen for 2021. Same way, I took 1st April 22. So 21 and 22 only you will be said to have seniority. Clear? Right. Partnership firm, LLP, they are paying flat. Yeah, please ask. Pucho.
Ma'am, there is a doubt whether we should add education cess first or we should less rebate first, ma'am.
First rebate and then education cess. I will explain one more example. No problem. It will take 2 minutes extra. Okay. Listen now. Suppose let us take one more example and it will be clear. Yeah. Always note it down. Like these are the booster points actually. Note karna chahiye aapko. Total income of say Ramesh is 4,80,000 and this is short-term capital gain on shares. Now let me tell you, short-term capital gain on shares means you hold the shares less than 1 year and you sell it and your tax is 15%. If these shares are listed and security transaction tax is charged. Now, what is the basic exemption for Ramesh? 2,50,000. How much is the balance income? 230. At what rate you have to pay tax on 2,30,000? 15%. That is coming to how much? 34,500. Are you all with me? Ramesh, you are an individual. Your total income is less than 5 lakh. And you are resident, non-residents are not getting the benefit of seniority, not getting the benefit of rebate. These minute points you need to learn carefully. Tax rate is 15%. Why? Because it's short-term capital gain on shares, listed shares, on which tax rate is 15%. So it is coming to 34. Ma'am, but from short-term capital gain, will we allow basic exemption? Answer is yes. So 34,500. Now, minus rebate under section 87A. How much? 12,500. What is the tax now? 22,000. On this you pay ESES 4%. For sure. I hope in the coming 1 week only you will realize ki, oh, I thought I knew everything and why I was not getting marks in tax. Because we are, as a teacher, dear students, last 21 years I've been teaching, we are not allowed to correct final papers, but I've corrected like bundles of papers of mock test. ICI Hyderabad chapter, I'm a regular faculty, so we keep correcting मॉक टेस्ट पेपर. तो ना एग्जैक्टली पिटफॉल्स मालूम है कि आउट ऑफ 180 90 स्टूडेंट्स ना वंडरला के ये वाले स्लाइड में ही गिरते हैं, एज यू आस्क्ड. Minus the rebate and the balance tax ESES. If you add ESES and then rebate, the calculation will go wrong. Okay? So note it down if you want to write. Absolutely okay. एक आधा घंटा क्लास लेट होगा कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. You all should get all your doubts cleared. Once you finish writing, message me. We'll go to the next concept. In your booster notes, you should write and keep rebate is allowed only to resident senior citizen, minus the rebate, then add the ESES. Like yesterday also, I gave you all a format, no? Total income, Q per tax, tax plus surcharge, ESES and all that. All right. Finished writing? Chalo. Yes. Now coming to partnership firms and all, they are paying flat rate of tax, that is 30%. I told you, if income of a partnership firm, let us take simple example, is 1,000 rupees. What will be the tax? 30% of 1,000, 300. And on that 300, 4% ESES, 12 rupees. So 312 rupees is the tax payable by partnership firm. Flat, no basic exemption, nothing for the partnership firm. Okay, coming now to companies. Indian companies, domestic companies, they pay the tax at 30% flat. Foreign companies pay the tax at 40% flat. Indian companies, they have some emotional deduction in the tax rate. In your financial year 1920, if your turnover is up to 400 crores, means it's a small company. For them, what is the tax rate? 25%. Turnover of 1920, but you are paying the tax in which year? 21-22. 2 साल pehle, if your company had the turnover of 400 crore, irrespective of now the turnover is 800 or 900 crore, you can pay tax for this year at the rate of 25% flat. Otherwise 30%. If it is a foreign company, 40%. Okay. Cooperative society, we have assessment. So up to total income 10,000, 10%, 10,000 to 20,000, 20%, 20,000 above it is 30%. Okay. So here I complete with the slab rates and the flat rate. If it is easy, all clear, AC type karo, समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं? Then we'll go special income, special rate. This is touched up like इसको KitKat 5-star साहब खिलाओ. MCQs इधर उधर, total income कहीं ना कहीं this is touched up. चलो. There are few incomes which are taxed at special rate. What are they? Long-term capital gain. Long-term capital gain on jewelry, property, plot, building, antiques, all that. It's 20%. Long-term capital gain on equity shares, listed equity shares, on which security transaction tax is charged, or units of mutual fund. See, when we invest in share market, we purchase shares. When we invest in mutual fund, we invest in units. So units of ELSS means equity linked, where mutual fund is putting their major money in the equity market. Then on long-term capital gain, the tax rate is 10%, but up to 1 lakh is exempt. Up to 1 lakh, long-term capital gain on shares is exempt. Beyond that, 10%. Yes, this 1 lakh is additional. 1 lakh is additional to basic exemption. Write down. I'll explain. This 1 lakh is additional to basic exemption. Now, what do I mean by this? 1 lakh and 10%. I need to show you with one example. Here you go. Check with me. Mahesh is having total income 8 lakh, all long-term capital gain on shares. Sub long-term capital gain on shares. Okay? Now, Mahesh ka age is not given. So how much basic exemption we will take? 2.5 lakh. Exam may have to write 2,50,000 just because I'm into concept I'm writing. So on 2,50,000, how much tax? Nil. How much is then next coming? 5.5. Additional exemption over and above 2,50,000, you will get additional exemption 1 lakh. Just 1 lakh. How much is the tax? Nil. Now you have balance. How much? 4.5 lakh. How much is the tax rate on long-term capital gain? 10%. That is 45,000. Any doubt till here? First 250 is exempt. Additional 1 lakh exemption because it's a long-term capital gain on shares taxable at the rate of 10%. Beyond that, 45,000. Next question, dear students, to all of you. Shall I give rebate? Rebate do ya nahi do Mahesh ko?
No.
No. Very quick answer. Good. Because the income is exceeding 5 lakh. Okay. So just whatever is the tax, add E says 4%. How much it is? 45,000 into 4% comes to how much? 1,800. So what is the tax payable? 46,800. Please just don't take screenshot. मैं ही idea दे रही हूँ, मैं ही मना बोल रही हूँ. Screenshots will not help you, dear students. Writing will help you because 3 घंटे का paper भी लिखना है ना आपको. In fact, so many sitting here are all working professionals, so much of use to all technology, सब बहुत मालूम है आपको. Appreciated, but exam तो लिखना है ना. Many students, they show me also, ma'am, I took screenshot, I'll write later. No, dear, write it. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. You want to have that writing practice and speed to complete the paper, then write it. Very simple examples I'm giving. You could have 5-6 types of incomes also. Finished? While explaining, I eat up words. Na? मैं पूरा पूरा नहीं लिख रही हूँ. I am explaining, putting all my energy into explanation. So my writing may be like little adhe words. I hope it is clear. Done. So rebate is clear to all of you. Special income, special rates we are doing. Long-term capital gain is taxable at 20%. You will get basic exemption. Long-term capital gain on equity shares 10%. Short-term capital gain other than shares, slab rates, routine. Short-term capital gain on shares, listed shares 15%. Casual income, lottery and puzzle and card game, betting, gambling, quiz. Kaun banega crorepati? You get 1 crore rupees, 30% flat you have to pay tax. If you want, you can write here. All these are called as what? Casual income, one-time income. They're taxable flat 30%. One thing you should remember, from casual income, I want all of you to write no basic exemption. No basic exemption. I'm just a housewife and I went to KBC and I have won, say 4 lakh rupees. Can I say to government, Arey, out of 4 lakh, 250 is basic exemption? No. Directly on 4 lakh, 30% I have to pay tax. In fact, I don't have to pay tax. The KBC kabhi dekho, Amitabh Bachchan check likhta hai, to niche likha rehta hai. This is all fictitious. All these payments are subject to 30%. So when they give that autograph ke saath check of 1 crore, it's not 1 crore going to that lady. It's only 70 lakhs going. 30 lakhs so already they'll deduct and pay the TDS. So one thing I want all of you to note here is, from casual income, no basic exemption. Is this clear to all of you? Next. This is not there. By mistake, I had deleted again in the material it came, but it is not there now. Dividend and all is taxable in routine only. 115, this section is not there. Okay. So here we complete with special income, special rate. Now let us talk about surcharge. What do you mean by surcharge? Additional tax. Additional tax you have to pay on tax. Surcharge is always calculated on tax. When you are earning more. So for individual HUF, AOP, BOI, if total income exceeds 50 lakhs, if total income exceeds 50 lakhs and it is less than up to 1 crore, surcharge rate is 10%. I'll show you. I have the tables ready how to calculate surcharge. But is the logic clear or not? Oh, your income is 55 lakhs. You are earning too good. Almost nearby to monthly 4 lakh rupees you are earning. 4 lakh, 5 lakh के बीच में आपकी earning है. Can you pay additional tax? Yes. So on tax, you pay 10% surcharge, additional tax. If your income is 50 lakhs and less than 1 crore. 10%. Okay. If it is 1 crore to 2 crore, 15%. 2 crore to 5 crore, 25%. If your income exceeds 5 crores, whatever tax you have calculated on that tax, 37%. You know, in India, we are paying like huge taxes. So if you are earning above 5 crores, only individual HUF, AOP, BOI, AJP, then how much surcharge you have to pay? 37%. This you have to remember. 50 lakh to 1 crore, 10%, 1 crore to 2 crore, 15%, 2 crore to 5 crore, 25%, 5 crore and above 37%. In case of partnership firm and all, only one rate of tax 30%. So only one rate of surcharge 12%. If income exceeds 1 crore, 12% surcharge partnership firm has to pay. Domestic company, what is the tax rate? 30%. If the income exceeds 1 crore and up to 10 crore, surcharge is 7%. If the income exceeds 10 crore, surcharge is 12%. Foreign company, the tax rate is high, dear students. Foreign company coming to India are paying 40% tax. So the surcharge rates are low to offset. If the total income exceeds 1 crore and less than 10 crore, 2%. If the total income exceeds 10 crore, 5%. Surcharge rates. Surcharge is calculated on tax. This you should write it. कल लिखा था ना अपने booster notes में. Tax is calculated on total income. Surcharge is calculated on tax. Tax and surcharge is like additional tax. So on both this, you are liable to pay ESS at the rate of 4%. ठीक है? Right. Yeah, only these surcharge rates. 2-3 बार आप बार चेक करोगे तो याद हो जाएगा. Highest surcharge rate, it's like 37%. That's why there are so many times jokes coming. अब tax 100 rupees कमा रहे तो government को ही दे दो 40% tax. 60 you take home, again you end up paying GST and entertainment tax and this tax and that tax. So बचे हुए 60 में से भी municipal tax and profession tax. So it's like sometimes we feel and we say to government, एक काम करो ना, you keep all our income and just give us the tax. It is like reverse way applicable. Are surcharge rates clear to all of you? Right. Now, a question which is like hot favoritely asked in exam. जब कुछ भी नहीं समझ में आता है ना गवर्नमेंट को, दे से pay the tax at maximum marginal rate. Maximum marginal rate is the highest rate of the tax. Ma'am, highest rate of tax is 30%. देखो, individuals are paying highest tax at 30%. And what is the highest surcharge rate? 37%. And on tax plus surcharge, what is highest? He says 4%. So what is the maximum marginal rate? 42.744% tax you are paying to government. Dekho, I'll show you. I'll show you here. 100 is your total income. इस पे ना highest tax rate आ रहा है 30%. तो कितना? 30. On 30, highest surcharge rates is 37%. तो 30 का 37%, 11.1. If you feel किसी को लग रहा है मैम पूरा ऊपर से जा रहा है, I'll go still slow. Tell me. On total income tax, 30% is 30 rupees. On tax, 37% is 11.1. What is tax plus surcharge? 41.1. इस पे ना 4% कैलकुलेट करो. 41.1 पे 4% E says 1.644. And now see how much it is coming. 42.744. I always say this logic, if you remember, in your calculator you can work in exam. 30 ka 137%. Whatever you get into 104%. You all understand into 104%? 4% directly add karna hai calculator mein. So 42.744%. Ma'am, where do we use it? AOP, BOI. AOP, we don't know how you have earned the income and how your all the members are paying tax. You pay the tax at highest rate. Government can literally send you the notice. Oh, you are a body of individual, partnership nahi hai, joint venture it is, you have registered, pay the tax at 42.74. So you should know what is 42.44. It's the highest rate of tax you have to pay in India, 30%. Highest rate of surcharge for individual, 37%. And on tax plus surcharge, E says. MCQs, they'll give you these rates, 42.74 and 30% and like that. So you have to select the correct one. You want to note this down, the calculation, or shall we move ahead? All clear? Keep messaging in the chat box if the speed is fine, you all are following or not. Abhi in the inter class, there are 52 students right now in the class. I can see their faces. It's like offline, online, both class going on together. For you all, I can communicate only through the chat and also. Is this clear? If you are noting it down, note down. I'll wait for 2 minutes. No problem. लिख लो कैसे आएगा? So that even if you forget 42% rate, no, it will be there with you. No doubt is silly, dear students. You can always ask every doubt. Stepwise marks you will get or not. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. I'll show you how you get stepwise marks. I'll show you. when I come to that some of the 6 or 8 marks question, now please remind me. Today is the like basic. Definitely I'll share you that if you do this much, 2 marks, 1 mark. And that's what makes taxation scoring. See how students are getting 80, 81, 82, 88. These are the marks in direct taxation because it's stepwise. But at the same time, one very important thing is, dear students, like for example, if you're solving the problem for capital gain, if your sale consideration goes wrong, your capital gain exemption all goes wrong. So kabhi in the steps, if one step goes wrong, you lose many marks. Huh? If you're doing house property and if your GAV is wrong, standard deduction, NAV or income all goes wrong. So this is it, but of course stepwise marks are there. मार्क्स स्कोर करना है, डिग्री चाहिए, तभी तो हम इतनी मेहनत कर रहे हैं. You all are taking efforts after your job. Sitting in the class is not easy, and you all are so responsive. I'm happy that I'm being a part of all your story, dear students, and definitely aiming to get great results with all of you. Chalo, ESS is 4%, we all know. Marginal relief I'm explaining you, but before that I want you all to note down this. Now this is very silly, but asked in exam. Rounding off of the income. You get income from all the 5 heads and then deductions and then total income. Final income is rounded off in the nearest multiples of 10 rupees. Your tax under section 288B is rounded off. Don't round off every tax and surcharge. Suppose my tax is coming to 83 rupees. My surcharge is coming to 6 rupees, 89 rupees. And my ESS is coming to 4. I'm just giving a very random example. My final tax is coming to 93. Final tax after the rebate, surcharge, ESS, that is to be round off in the nearby multiples of 10. So if it is 93, how much tax you have to pay? 90. If it is 95, how much tax you have to pay? 100. If it is 97, 100. You all got it? Rounding off of the tax is done in multiples of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, ignore. 5 onwards, round off to the next multiples of 10. If it is 82, pay 80. If it is 87, pay 90. Like that. Income and tax is always rounded off in the multiples of 10. This is just for your idea. How do we compute income from all the 5 heads? If there is employer-employee relationship, income from salary, 15, 16, 17 section. Income from house property, when you are the owner of the property and you are getting rentals, all commercial property, residential property, rent aa raha hai na, house property. You are doing business or you are a professional lawyer, doctor, chartered accountant, engineer, business head. Capital asset hai, you have transferred it, 4th head. Income from other sources, bacha kucha, residual income. But all your saving account interest, FD interest, they are all taxable here. And then clubbing. My son's income, my spouse income, others' incomes is clubbed. वो club sandwich खाते हैं ना, एक के ऊपर. So my own income, my spouse income, my son's income, like this different incomes are clubbed in my hands. Set off is like your board mass rules. How do you know maths? Minus minus is plus and plus minus is minus. ऐसे हम सीखते हैं ना. So set off has some rules, like which loss can be set off where. Like day 1, I say, you should know that 1 and 3 are not friends. They are not friends. Who is 1? Salary. Who is 3? Business head. Business losses can never be set off in the salary. And वैसे भी, if your employee work, if you're doing business, ऐसे, this is just a logic for you all to remember. Business losses can be set off in house property, yes. Capital gain, yes. Other source, yes. Business loss cannot be set off in salary income. Ma'am, reverse, don't ask reverse. Salary में कभी loss आता ही नहीं. Whatever you earn, this is your gross salary. Only one flat deduction of 50,000 you get, and your net salary is taxable. So there's no question of getting a loss under the head salary. Salaried people are the people who are paying honestly, most honestly, and the most highest tax in India. बाकी सब थोड़ा इधर उधर कर लेते हैं, कैसे करते हैं हम देखेंगे. tax planning mein. Once you get your income, it is called as GTI, gross total income. Then you get deduction from ETC to ETU if you have put your money in PPF, all. And this is your total income. So here we complete computation of income. Then we have computation of tax. Tax is calculated on income. Now here I have written add surcharge minus rebate. You know, dear students, you may be doing some conceptual mistake in the exam. This point I want to stress like anything. You're allowed to do conceptual mistake in exam. Silly mistake nahi karna, practice karna. Blunder to bilkul nahi karna. You know what is blunder? It makes the paper corrector feel you really don't know anything. Don't do like that. I'll tell you one example. When do you get a rebate, dear students? When your income is up to 5 lakh, you're a chota mota SSC. So your total income is 5 lakh, no? Emotional deduction, rebate, take it up to 12,500. If there is no tax, don't pay tax. No ESES, nothing. So rebate comes if your income is less than 5 lakh. Surcharge comes if your income exceeds 50 lakhs. Oh, you're earning above 50 lakh, pay surcharge. Can these two come in one computation? So any student, if they ask me in the class, ma'am, rebate or surcharge ka format bataiye na, pehle rebate lo ya surcharge. What do I answer? Tell me. I know you are not asking, but I am making you aware. हमको ना मार्क्स स्कोर करने हैं, वंडर ला के स्लाइड में नहीं गिरना है. Is my doubt clear or not? The logic. If you are earning up to 5 lakh, take rebate. If you are earning up to 50 lakh, pay surcharge. If you are earning in between, pay regular tax. So both will not come. Okay? ये अगर ऐसे किए ना तो it is very disappointing feeling for the paper corrector. इतना नहीं मालूम. So add surcharge, less rebate. This is your tax. Add ESES. This is your tax payable. This fifth tax, suppose my final tax payable is 50,000. Can I say already TDS is deducted? I am taking lectures at ICI. They have given me income after deducting TDS 10,000. And I have already paid 30,000 advance mein hi advance tax. Advance tax is paid in 4 installments in the same financial year. So you all have paid advance tax. Now how much is tax payable? Only 10,000. And if I pay this late, I have to pay 234 ABC interest. And this is the tax, say 300 rupees. So 10,300 which I pay, the tax at the time of filing my return, this is called as self-assessment tax. You have a topic called as assessment procedure. What are the different kind of assessments? Scrutiny and best judgment and income escaping assessment. It will start with self-assessment tax. Is your mindset clear? What is self-assessment tax? Ma'am, if my tax is 50,000 and if I have already paid tax, advance tax 60,000, how much refund I will get? 10,000 with interest. What is self-assessment tax payable? Nil. Don't pay tax. Ma'am, I don't have to pay tax. Can I skip filing the return? डिपार्टमेंट आएगा तो I will tell them, अरे मेरा टैक्स नील था इसीलिए मैंने रिटर्न फाइल नहीं की. I'm least bothered. No. There are some conditions which we are going to do in the very next chapter. If they are satisfied, you have to file your return. Return has got nothing to do with your tax. It has got to do many things with income, kitna income hai and all. But filing of return, you can't correlate ki I don't have to pay any tax, I'll not file the return. All clear to all of you, right? See, you all were super excited to learn, no? 115 BAC. I'll take a separate. Yeah, please ask. Pucho. Kya doubt hai?
What is the rate of interest, ma'am?
Interest. Nice question. आप लोगों को सब आज ही पढ़ना है. आपको क्या क्या पढ़ना है? You have a topic in CM final now, tax recovery. So how when they do tax recovery, 1% is the tax per month or part of the month government is collecting. If you pay tax rate, but there are 3 ways of interest that is covered up in interest chapter. Huh? So if you pay tax late or you pay little short tax, you knew your tax is 50,000. Arey, I am paying 40, baad mein dekhi jayegi. If you do shortfall of tax, still you have to pay interest. So your question I am answering, dear student, if you pay late tax 1% interest per month or part of the month, ma'am, I was liable to pay tax on 15th of September. I paid 17th September, only 2 days late. Ma'am, only 2 days late. Still, part of the month also is here. Okay. So part of the month also you are liable to pay 1% tax, and on your refund, let me talk that also, and this is a nice way of learning. आप पूछो डाउट्स और ऐसे ही पूरा पैकेज बनेगा आपका कि एग्जाम के पहले आपको सब याद रहेगा. Many students say ना, ma'am, however I study I forget because you are not linking. How did you link up? As soon as I talked with interest, you wanted to know the rate. Good. Whatever late payment I am making, 1% interest per month or part of the month, and on refund it is 0.5% interest government is giving you. Okay. 115, this is the new tax method calculation, but I am expecting questions on this, so be ready with your notebooks, your calculators. We will solve these questions in the next class. Isko solve karenge. And now going back to two important concepts I want to take up. One is unutilized basic exemption and another is marginal relief. So unutilized basic exemption is something which comes in MCQs. You know, in final MCQs, one full PDF is given by the institute. इसमें इतने questions हैं for unutilized basic exemption. I want all of you to write it in notebook with me. Understanding के साथ नहीं है, printed notes में नहीं है, हम साथ में लिख के करेंगे. Unutilized basic exemption concept. Please check my concept videos in the tax playlist. Why I'm saying is the sequence of correct positioning of ESES. I have made a 3 minutes video. Your doubt will be clear ki when you have to add ESES. In agricultural income also, such a simple topic.
That video is on YouTube or on the app?
Yeah, in YouTube, if you open Dipti Chheda channel, there's a taxation playlist, taxation concept playlist. In that playlist, 5 minutes videos are there. Correct positioning of ESES, unutilized basic exemption. Just yesterday, someone asked me the doubt of ULIP, and I have put कि ULIP पे भी अब tax लग रहा है, insurance के जो पैसे आ रहे हैं. So just 2 to 5 minutes tax concept videos are there. If you keep on listening while traveling, while you're free, these repeated concept will help you to score marks in exam. Chalo. Unutilized basic exemption concept. Now, what is this, dear students? I told you before I start that one thing I want all of you to brush up with me is special income, special rates I did. So in long-term capital gain, short-term capital gain, rates are special, but you get basic exemption here. In all this, you get basic exemption, but you don't get any basic exemption in casual income. Ma'am, I have won a lottery of 50,000, but lottery ka ticket is only 10,000. No deduction, no basic exemption, no losses, no expenditure. Ma'am, I have won in KBC 1 lakh rupees, but to and fro Bombay tickets and staying and all, nothing doing. Flat rate of tax. Is this clear? Here, all the 4 cases, yes, basic exemption is allowed. Now you see, it's just a 2 minutes beautiful concept and you'll score marks like anything. Unutilized basic exemption. Suppose let me take an example के साथ. It will be very clear. मैंने example number नहीं डाले, 4-5 तो हो गए होंगे अब तक. Example, कमलेश का salary income, gross salary, थोड़ा सा और twist करते हैं. Gross salary is 2,20,000, and he is getting short-term capital gain on shares 5,50,000. This is the information given, problem given. Kamlesh ka gross salary is 220, short-term capital gain on shares is 550. Now, you know, salary income is taxable at what rate, dear students? Slab rates. This is taxable at what rate? This short-term capital gain on shares is
Special
taxable at
income.
what rate?
Special
15.
income.
Yeah, 15% flat. Very good. Now, let us solve it as an answer. Computation of income and tax of Mr. Kamlesh. Computation of income and tax of Mr. Kamlesh. So always we should take particulars, amount. Now always if they give you gross salary 2,20,000, you have to take a standard deduction of flat 50,000. Salaried people, they don't get much deduction, but standard deduction is available flat 50,000. Anyone has studied long back earlier, it was 40, but now it is flat 50,000. So what is the net salary, or some of the books call it as computed salary? 1,70,000.
Ma'am, can you please explain about the standard deduction, ma'am?
Standard deduction is flat deduction you get from your gross salary. What is your gross salary? Basic, DA, HRA, perquisite allowances, whatever you get put together. And this is all explained in that 1.5 hour revision video. You can watch that video 2-3 times. I'll keep it open in the app. And gross salary is 220. But you get deduction, profession tax ka deduction. Card kut ke aata hai na? So standard deduction is like flat. Government is saying, because you are a salaried employee, we are reducing. Your taxable salary is 220. Flat, you will get 50,000 deduction, and your taxable net salary is 170. Can I please explain, and then I'll give you time to write this and marginal relief, and then we are done for today. Now, what is your short-term capital gain on shares given? 550? No deduction. This is taxable generally in the head, capital gain. Capital gain ke head mein. So what is your final total income? Actually, it should be gross total income, but ab koi deduction to kuch hai nahi. So 170 plus 550. How much you all are getting? 720. Now see. What is the basic exemption for Kamlesh? Just 1 second. So, once again, I want to explain. Gross salary is 220. Standard deduction is standard. Flat deduction of 50,000. Ma'am, if my salary is 30,000, how much deduction I'll get? 30,000. Net salary is 170. Short-term capital gain is 550. Total income is 720. Now, Kamlesh, age is not given for Kamlesh. Okay. So what is the basic exemption for Kamlesh? 2,50,000. Okay. Now, if the basic exemption for Kamlesh is 2,50,000, what is the salary income? 170. What will be the tax? Nil. Is there still basic exemption which is not utilized? That is called as unutilized basic exemption. This is asked so much in exam, but this is not explained in this depth in the books. But they ask in exam, 80,000. Dear students, tell me, is the term clear to you? What is unutilized? Grammatical meaning, unutilized basic exemption. Basic exemption for Kamlesh is 250. But salary income is how much? 170. So if the salary is 170, still unutilized basic exemption is there, 80,000. Now, what is the short-term capital gain on shares? 5,50,000. Can I set off this unutilized? Abhi aur baki hai na? Basic exemption is not set off fully. So unutilized basic exemption of 80,000. Can I set it off here? Answer is yes. And balance short-term capital gain. 550 minus 80,000. How much is it coming? 470. On this, how much tax I need to pay? 15% flat. That is coming to 70,500. And on that ESES, how much I need to pay? 4%. 2820. So what is the final tax? 70,500 plus 2820. Will you all surely revise all these examples again so that it is fitted into your mind? I've taken figures simple because calculator to allowed hi hai. Yes. Did you all follow this concept of unutilized basic exemption? I can avail 250 basic exemption, but my salary and other income and anything, business income, koi bhi, is only 170. I still have unutilized basic exemption 80,000. Can I use it in short-term capital gain on shares, long-term capital gain and all? Yes. Set off kar sakte hain. Only you cannot set it off in casual income. And on balance, this is the tax. Please write it down. I'm here only. I'm sitting here. Ask any doubts if you have. Give me some message. Is it all clear or not with the help of these examples? When you finish writing, tell me. We'll take up the last concept of marginal relief. Recent exam, one 5 marks question was asked for marginal relief. I'm waiting. Finish writing all of you, then put me some message in chat. All clear or not? AC लिख दो सिर्फ चलेगा. All right. So this could be anyhow asked. Unutilized basic exemption, you can set it off anywhere, wherever it is. Okay? Right, chal. Let us go to the next and the last concept for today. That is marginal relief. Just now I taught you rebate. Rebate was a deduction in tax. Marginal relief is also a kind of relief in the tax rate. And one relief you all will study in salary chapter. Okay. And the relief which comes always in exam in the finals, that is non-resident taxation. If you have already paid tax in other country, you get a relief here proportionate. I'll teach you. Now, what is marginal relief? Suppose if my income is 48 lakhs, I'm an individual. How much surcharge I need to pay? Nil. If my income is 51 lakhs, just I crossed 50 lakhs, 1 lakh extra I earned, then on whole income, I have to calculate the tax, and on tax, I have to pay 10% surcharge. Why? Because the income exceeded 50 lakhs. But if it just exceeded by little bit, then you get a kind of relief. Now, orally, nothing is clear. So already examples are printed in your material. Please check this. The concept of marginal relief. There are some steps, but you don't have to mug up the steps. ये आएगा अपने आप. पहले ये concept देखो. Just take the first example. Look at the screen, dear students. If your total income is 51 lakhs, okay, how will you pay tax on 51 lakhs? I've already ये सब printed है यहाँ. Up to 250, nil. 250 to 5 lakh, 5%, 12,500. Go slow with me for one example. 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20% 1 lakh. 10 lakh above to 51 lakh. Pick up your calculators. 51 lakhs minus 10 lakh. कितना आ रहा है? 41 lakhs. Into 30%. 1230. So what is your total tax? 13,42,500. This is the tax you are paying on 51 lakhs. Now, because the income exceeded 50 lakhs, on tax, you need to pay 10% surcharge. So, what is your tax plus surcharge? 1476,750. Any doubt in this calculation? Simple, slab rates. I'm doing it in individual, then I'll explain for company and all also. Yeah. So is the tax payable on 51 lakhs clear? 14 lakhs 76,000. I'll put a tick here. Just a minute. Yeah. Yahan pe. Now come down. If your income would have been 50 lakhs, up to 50 lakhs, 0.250 nil, 250, 5 lakh, 12,000, 5 lakh to 10 lakh, 20%, 10 lakh above 30%. What is surcharge? Nil. Because up to 50 lakh surcharge is not there. So how much tax you are paying? 13,12,500. Now, look here. Tax payable along with surcharge is 14,76,750 on 51 lakhs. But if my income was 50 lakhs, I would have paid 13,12,500. How much excess tax I am paying? 1 minus 2, 164,250. How much is excess income? 1 lakh. Now take a pause and look at the screen. Isn't it absurd? Just because my income exceeded by 1 lakh, instead of 50, I am earning 1 lakh extra, 51 lakh, and I am ending up paying 1,64,250 extra tax. Can tax be more than my income? Can I say to government, okay, whatever I have earned, 1 lakh pura up tax rakh lo, but I am not going to pay 1,64,250 tax. So I am asking for a relief of 64,250. Excess tax minus excess income. This is the 64,250 is relief. I want a relief of 64,250. So this relief you will get. Your original income is 51 lakhs, huh? And your tax payable, I want all of you, if you have this printout, ye karo aap log aise. What is your tax payable? 1476,750 minus 64,250. So what is your tax payable? 1412,500. 1412,500. Clear to all of or not? Excluding ESES. And now correct positioning of ESES. ESES kahan add karoge yahan? I have not done. After the relief, after the marginal relief, after the rebate, whatever is the tax payable, 1476 the original tax, but you are getting a relief of 64,250. Government is saying, chalo, 64,250 don't pay the tax. 1 lakh you'll have to pay the tax. So 14,12,500 is your tax payable. In short, on 50 lakhs, how much tax was coming? 1312. 1 lakh extra, 1412. At home, in a relaxed way, if you check all the example, now it will surely be clear to all of you. And now let us look into the steps. Calculate the tax on total income, including surcharge, excluding ESES. If you put, imagine if you put ESES yahan pe, fir yahan pe, and then it will all be a blunder. You will lose 5 में से 0 मिलेगा आपको. So just calculate tax and surcharge. Calculate the tax on 1 crore. 1 crore or 50 lakh, whatever. Excess tax, 1 minus 2. Excess income above 1 crore. This is your marginal relief. Excess tax is say 5 lakh. But excess income is 3 lakh. Just because I earned 3 lakh extra, why should I pay 5 lakh extra? I want a relief of 2 lakh. And final tax payable is step 1, tax on total income minus 2 lakh relief. And then add ESES. You need not mug up this step. Shall we check one more example or first you want to ask doubts? Quick. कोई doubt है कि समझ में आया? Yes. I'm doing it for individuals. Same as for company. Just now I told you, dear students, partnership firm, if the income exceeds 1 crore, they are paying a surcharge at the rate of 12%. So any partnership firm, if it is earning 1 crore and 10,000, just 10,000 extra and they are paying surcharge 12%. So can they ask for relief? Yes. All the SSEs are paying surcharge. So all the SSEs are eligible for relief. है ना? Chalo, we'll do one more thing. Yeah, please ask your doubt first. Pucho.
So when is this applicable? Only if like you're above 1 lakh from the basic assumption, or is it there is a limit to that? Like for example, if it's 51 lakh 500 or 51 lakh 2000. So what's the catch here?
Yes, I was thinking someone would ask this mathematical question. Earlier, I used to give limits to the students. Now you will get a marginal relief up to it is positive. Imagine if your income is 60 lakhs. On 60 lakhs, whatever say tax you are paying, and on 50 lakhs. So this figure will become negative, no? Excess tax say to excess income will only be more. Suppose excess tax is 8 lakhs and excess income above 50 lakhs. Your income is 60 lakhs. So you are paying surcharge. So what is excess income? 10 lakhs. So marginal relief milega? Nahin. Tax payable is less and income ka gap is more. So you will not get a relief. Now there are some figures ki up to a limit it will come. But wo figures yaad rakhna possible nahi hai, dear. 55 lakhs and change and like that. So whenever this goes negative, there is no marginal relief. Is my
Perfect.
explanation clear or not? Huh? Right. You will have to calculate it till the limit and generally they give the figures nearby. Shall I explain one more? Yeah. Look at this. If you are earning above 2 crores, 1 lakh. Now just above 2 crore, 1 lakh, what is the surcharge rate? 25% on the tax. 1460 is the surcharge. This I am skipping, now you all know it. So on 2 crore 1 lakh as an individual, 25% surcharge you are paying and your tax comes to 73 lakhs. Now, if your income is up to 2 crore, you're ready to pay surcharge at 15%. Huh? 1 crore to 2 crore, how much is the surcharge? 15%. Just income exceeded 2 crore and 1 lakh. You're ending up paying surcharge at the rate of 25%. So, if your income is 2 crore, your tax along with 15% surcharge is 66 lakhs. 2 crore and 1 lakh, 25% surcharge, 73 lakhs. So, 73 and 66. How much you are ending up paying excess tax? 6 lakhs. How much is the excess income? 1 lakh. It's not you're not paying surcharge, but here you are paying surcharge at the rate of 15%. Here you are paying surcharge at the rate of 25%. Just because the income exceeded 1 lakh, on the whole tax I have to pay surcharge at the highest rate. So now excess taxes 618, 1 minus 2. Excess income above 2 crore is 1 lakh. Marginal relief. Okay, I earned 1 lakh extra. Pura up tax rakh lo. Don't give me anything. But I want a relief of 5 lakh 18. And this relief will be from my tax payable. So I'll end up paying tax on the lower limit plus 1 lakh. Are you all getting or not? And in this, add ESES. Correct positioning of ESES is on final tax. This search marginal relief I've explained for individual, but same is applicable for companies. I'm telling you 100% 5 marks question they are going to ask. In case of company, let us take it, no, partnership firm या company कोई एक example करके आप घर से, I will check it. Let us take the total income of a partnership firm is 1 crore and 1 lakh. We will discuss this answer in the next class. Just do it. Partnership firm earning 1 crore and 1 lakh. Partnership firm अगर income 1 crore से exceed है तो कितना surcharge है? 12%. Had it been 1 crore, no surcharge. So just if your total income of partnership firm or company, flat rate of tax. Work out one problem and show it to me the answer. You can share it in WhatsApp, our group also. I'll surely check it. Is the marginal relief concept clear to all of you or not? There's a similar concept, dear students. I'm reminded, 2 minutes, I'll explain. Agricultural income. In India being an agricultural country, Constitution of India doesn't give power to charge tax on agricultural income. It's exempt under section 10 subsection 1. Indirectly, agricultural income pe tax hai. If your other income is greater than basic exemption, agricultural income is greater than 5,000. So there also it is like that. Agricultural income, non-agricultural income, calculate the tax without ESES. Agricultural income, basic exemption, calculate the tax. 1 minus 2 is the tax payable, then minus the rebate, add the ESES and all. Right? So here we have completed slab rates, flats rates, special rates, unutilized basic exemption, marginal relief. Marginal relief, do practice 1 or 2 problem for company, for partnership firm in writing. You don't know where they will. You have a topic called as assessment of AOP, BOI and partnership firm. There also they can ask you the tax, and in that tax, and they will not say, please calculate marginal relief. It should strike you. If little the limit is exceeding, there is going to be marginal relief. Just these steps which I have worked out, 5-mark problem, and it is like super scoring. Kuch nahi hai isme. If you know the mindset, do you think you need to remember the steps? Step 1 is calculate. It's your mindset. Calculate the tax on 51 lakhs. Calculate the tax on 50 lakhs. 1 minus 2 is the excess tax. 4th step, excess income. 3 minus 4 is the relief. Excess tax minus excess income is my marginal relief. And this marginal relief from step 1, if you minus, you get the final tax. In final tax, you add the ESES. Okay, so that's all for today. We have completed the 2nd class, and the 3rd class is very important. We'll do alternative tax regime, the new method of paying the tax, along with problems, and alternative tax for other SSEs also. If possible, I'll cover it up with it. Any doubts are there for anyone in the class? Yeah, ask please. No doubt?
No doubts, I forgot to lower my hand.
No problem. If I see hands raised means I thought any doubt is there. No problem. Okay, so one instruction. Yesterday's video is already uploaded. If you have not seen, watch it. Today's video I am uploading. I'll make sure that 2 days are holidays, but I'll upload at least some revision videos for salary, for business head, so that you can start watching. And any doubts are there in those revision videos also, put it. Because if you know the add less concept, you will work it very nice for the comparative taxes. Sometimes they ask you, MAT mein to itna tax aa raha hai. Company is paying tax as per MAT. If company is paying regular tax, then for regular you should know the add and less concept of the business head, no? So only for add and less also you will find one video. This is for the benefit. I am also not doing any charity, dear students. I'm charging fees from all of you and I'm teaching. But there are some concepts which I feel students are working hard, and if they lose for that small concept, no, I feel bad. So whenever someone is asking some doubt, I make video and I put it and watch it and take notes. For sure, in 10 minutes, you will understand when to do add and when to do less in the business set. Okay, so this is homework for all of you, because immediately after these small topics, return of income assessment procedure, I want to finish मैट, क्योंकि मैट तो 15 मार्क्स का वेटेज है, मैट है, चैरिटेबल ट्रस्ट है, वेटेज वाइज किए तो by the time we do search and read and procedural topics, you do mat all the past exam papers. Important ones I have put in my material, but still if you have more time over the classes you can ask me doubts. ठीक है, right? So that's all for today. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, all of you. See you in the
Thank you.
third class. Bye.
Thank you.
Wish you all a very happy Dashera. Have a
You
great
too.
time with your family and be focused. January 23, you all are going to bring awesome result. ठीक है? Right. Bye-bye, all of you. Good night.
Thank you. You'll upload it on the